Chosen ones, your heart is not ordinary. You were designed with a sensitivity that the world cannot fully understand. While most people move through life numb to what is happening around them, you feel every shift, every word, every silence, and every unseen energy. This depth of feeling is both a divine gift and at times a heavy curse. You may ask yourself, why do I cry when others laugh? Why does betrayal cut me deeper than it seems to cut anyone else? Why does love move me so powerfully? And why does pain stay with me so long? The answer lies in who you are, a chosen vessel, a soul that God set apart, marked with empathy, intuition, and a spiritual awareness that most people will never know. The gift of feeling deeply allows you to see the world through a spiritual lens. You can sense the emotions behind people's words, you can discern when someone is lying, and you can feel the heaviness in a room before a single word is spoken. Your spirit is awake, while many around you are spiritually asleep. This is why people are drawn to you. They may not even understand why, but your energy comforts them, your presence heals them, and your words reach into places they didn't even know were broken. But along with this beautiful gift comes the curse. The curse is that you also absorb pain like a sponge. You feel the heartbreak of others, you sense the struggles of those around you, and you carry burdens that don't even belong to you. Many times you have cried for situations that weren't even your own. You have lost sleep over battles that were not yours to fight. You have suffered silently because the weight of the world presses on your chest. Chosen ones, the world calls you too sensitive. They mock you, saying you take things too seriously, or that you're weak. But they don't understand. Sensitivity is not weakness, it is strength. It takes courage to feel deeply in a world that teaches people to numb themselves, to distract themselves, to run away from real emotions. Your ability to feel deeply is proof that you are alive in spirit. Think about how Jesus wept. He felt the pain of people. He carried the grief of humanity. He was moved with compassion when he saw the broken, the hungry, the lost. If the Son of God himself was not afraid to feel deeply, then why should you be ashamed of your heart? Being chosen means carrying a piece of God's heart inside of you, and that heart feels more than others can bear. But here is where the curse becomes dangerous. Because you feel so much, you can sometimes drown in emotions. Depression, anxiety, loneliness, these shadows often cling to chosen ones. You may find yourself withdrawing from people, isolating, because the intensity of your emotions is overwhelming. You may feel misunderstood, because no one seems to grasp the depth of your inner world. People wonder why you are quiet, why you disappear, why you need space. But they don't know that you are not running away, you are protecting your spirit. You are trying to process what your soul is absorbing. Sometimes, silence is your only safe place. Chosen ones, your ability to feel deeply is also what makes you a target. Darkness cannot stand light. Evil cannot tolerate purity. The enemy knows that if he can overwhelm your emotions, he can distract you from your purpose. This is why you face constant attacks on your heart. Relationships that break you, friends who betray you, family who misunderstand you, all of these are attacks meant to harden your heart, to numb your spirit, to make you stop feeling. But you must resist. Do not let this world turn your heart cold. Your gift is your ability to love in a loveless world, to care in a careless generation, to weep where others stay silent. Do not let bitterness steal that from you. The gift of feeling deeply also means that you experience joy more profoundly than others. When God blesses you, you don't just smile, you overflow. When love enters your life, it ignites your whole soul. When beauty surrounds you, whether it's a sunset, a song, or a kind word, you feel it in your bones. Your tears are not just for pain, they are also for gratitude, awe, and wonder. Chosen ones, you were made to feel deeply because your calling requires it. How could you heal people if you could not feel their pain? How could you inspire souls if you could not feel the depth of their struggles? How could you intercede in prayer if you could not sense the weight of the battles they are fighting? Your gift of sensitivity is what qualifies you to be a healer, a guide, a light in the darkness. Yes, sometimes it feels like a curse. Sometimes you wish you could turn off your heart and feel nothing. But understand this, your sensitivity is the very reason you are chosen. The world needs hearts like yours, hearts that still break for injustice, hearts that still cry for the hurting, hearts that still love without limit. The curse only becomes destructive when you don't protect your energy. This is why God calls chosen ones to be selective about who they allow in their space. You cannot be around everyone. You cannot pour into everyone. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. Some will only drain you, manipulate you, and leave you empty. Protect your gift by setting boundaries, by guarding your peace, by saying no when you must. Chosen ones, never forget that God trusted you with this level of sensitivity for a reason. He knew you could carry it. He knew you could survive the heartbreaks. He knew you would turn your pain into purpose, your tears into prayers, and your suffering into wisdom. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by the depth of your emotions, remember, you are not cursed, you are chosen. The depth of your feelings is proof of the depth of your calling. The very thing that makes life so heavy for you is the same thing that makes your spirit so powerful. People may never understand why you feel so deeply. But they don't need to. God understands. God created you this way. And one day, the same world that called you too sensitive will come to you for healing, for guidance, for comfort, because they will see that your heart carries something divine. Chosen ones, embrace your gift. Accept the curse as part of your training. Know that every tear you cry is watering seeds of destiny. Every ache in your heart is shaping you into a vessel of love. And every deep feeling you carry is a reminder that you were never meant to be ordinary. You are chosen. And being chosen means you will always feel more, love more, carry more, and endure more. But it also means you will shine brighter, heal deeper, and rise higher than anyone ever expected. Chosen ones, when people look at you, they see someone who has suffered in silence, someone who has carried pain that others could not survive. What they don't realize is that your suffering has been your preparation. Every sleepless night, every unanswered question, every time you felt like giving up, all of it was shaping your spirit, refining your soul, and building a strength inside you that cannot be broken. The depth of your emotions is not just for you, it is for others. You were called to feel deeply so that you could understand pain in ways most people ignore. You can sit with the brokenhearted and truly know their struggle. You can pray with the weary and feel their burdens as if they were your own. You can listen to the cries of the world and respond with compassion that comes straight from God's heart. This is why you can never compare yourself to others. Ordinary people can move on easily, but chosen ones are not meant to move on quickly. You process differently, you heal differently, you love differently. While others forget, you remember. While others ignore, you care. While others look away, you face the truth head on. That is what makes you chosen. Yes, the curse is heavy. At times it feels unbearable. You wonder why your heart seems so fragile, why every disappointment cuts so deep, why you can't simply be cold like the world around you. But the truth is, your fragility is your strength. Because while others break and stay broken, you break and then rise again, stronger, wiser, and more radiant than before. Chosen ones, never forget, your pain has a purpose. Your emotions are not accidents. Your tears are not wasted. Heaven records every single one. And what feels like weakness today will one day be revealed as divine power. One day, the very thing that felt like a curse will become your greatest testimony. The sensitivity that once made you feel like an outcast will become the bridge that connects you to countless souls. The tears that once burned your eyes will become rivers of healing for others. The same heart that has been shattered will be the same heart that lifts nations, families, and generations into hope. This is why the enemy fights you so hard. He knows the depth of your gift. He knows that if you embrace it, you will become unstoppable. He tries to make you hate your emotions, to make you numb, to make you cold. But God says, embrace your gift. Feel it fully. Carry it boldly. And let me use it for my glory. Chosen ones, you were never meant to be ordinary. You were created to shine in extraordinary ways. And though the world may not understand your heart, heaven does. Though people may reject your sensitivity, God celebrates it. And though life may feel heavy now, your breakthrough is coming. So carry your gift with courage. Walk through the curse with faith. And never forget, The depth of your feelings is proof of the depth of your calling. Chosen ones, there will be days when you question why you were given such a heavy heart. You may look around and see others moving through life without the weight you carry, and you may feel like asking God, "Why me?" But what you must understand is that God trusted you with this heart because He knew you could handle it. He knew you would not allow the pain to destroy you, but instead, you would use it to build something greater. Every storm you have faced has not been random. Every loss, every heartbreak, every betrayal, they were all chapters in your preparation. You were not meant to live a shallow life. You were meant to walk through depth, because only through depth can wisdom be born. And your wisdom will feed generations. This is why chosen ones cannot live like everyone else. You can't ignore your emotions, you can't bury your feelings, you can't pretend your heart is cold. If you try, you will only suffer more. Instead, you must learn to walk with your sensitivity, to let it become your compass rather than your chain. When God speaks, you feel it in your spirit. When danger is near, you feel the warning in your chest. When love is pure, you feel the fire that cannot be denied. This is how you were designed to live, not numb, but awake. Chosen ones, the world will continue to misunderstand you. Some will call you dramatic, others will call you weak, some may even call you unstable. But remember, the world has no language for the divine. They cannot describe what they do not understand. And they will never understand why you feel so much, because they were not built like you. Do not waste your energy trying to explain your soul to people who are blind to it. Instead, walk in silence, let your actions speak, and let your healing power show through the way you live. The very people who once mocked your sensitivity will one day come to you for guidance, because they will see that what they thought was weakness was actually divine strength. Chosen ones, your deep feelings will also attract both great love and great opposition. Some people will be magnetically drawn to your spirit, because your presence feels like home. Others will be repelled, because your light exposes their shadows. Do not be surprised when people are uncomfortable around you. It is not your fault. Your spirit simply reminds them of what they are trying to hide. But never dim your light. Never silence your heart. Never run from the depth of your feelings. What the enemy tried to use as a curse, God is turning into your crown. And that crown will shine so brightly that no darkness will be able to stand against it. So, chosen ones, walk boldly with your sensitive heart. It is not a burden, it is a weapon. It is not your weakness, it is your proof that you were set apart. You are chosen, and chosen ones always feel more, because they were created to change more.